talk! Don't make me crack your skull and look for the answers inside.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna count to 1, and then I get mad.
Chat, I just want to let y'all know, if I wanted to, I could easily end the vid right here. Cause man, what? The entirety of the Wayne fortune could be on the line, up for grabs, and my mission objective to obtain this generational wealth could be to simply step in the ring and box with Batman. And I'm telling y'all, I would genuinely choose putting the fries in the bag over running an ISO with Bruce. I'll methodically break every bone in your body, Wayne. Cause Batman's an absolute nightmare to go against. A literal crash out down in the Cape and Cowl. This is somebody that you fight under no circumstance. This is somebody you shoot.
Sir, shooting him didn't work. He's back at full health.
Huh? Wait, what do you mean shooting him didn't work? You shot between the plates in the tri-weave titanium coated armor like I told you, right?
Yes, sir, but he just tanked it point blank, popped the stem, then proceeded to make sure 30 of my best guys would never walk again.
Yeah, nah, let me correct that. This is somebody you nuked. But what can I say, bro? Despite all of these unhinged tendencies, somehow Batman has a better PR team than Dolphins. Either that, or people just don't give a fuck. Cause Batman is one of the most popular modern superheroes of all time. From his blockbuster films, countless number of video games, merch, TV shows, you name it, Batman's got it. Because he's him. He's legit got it all. Like, I guarantee, if you find any little kid and ask them who their favorite superhero is, there's a 50% chance he says Batman. Cause when asked this question, there's only 2 correct answers someone could possibly give. Everybody knows that every real nigga's favorite superhero growing up was either Batman or Spider-Man. Me personally, those 2 are tied for number 1. Any other answer is wrong. Hey, I ain't make the rules, I just follow them. Argue with your mom. Cause this and for the love of God, please do not let me hear any one of y'all boys saying, well, Huncho, my favorite hero is Superman. Cause when somebody tells me this is legit my only thought.
He could only have gotten that idea from Benjamin Netanyahu.
Oh. But anyways, mini run aside, I want to go ahead and talk about what is quite possibly one of the most terrifying renditions of Batman to date, Arkham Batman. And we can't talk about Arkham Batman without talking about his interrogations, if you can even call him that.
If you're lying, I'll break the other one. The other
And I don't want to hear nobody talking about some, oh, Batman could never get that information out of me. Nigga, yes. Yes, the fuck he can. Cause are you stupid or are you dumb? Hey, call me what you want, but if I'm getting pressed by Batman like these, trust, I'm singing like Mike Jack. You might as well put my name next to snitching in the dictionary. Like, bro, some of these interrogation sequences in the Arkham series are legit some of the most creative and brutal things I have ever witnessed in my entire life. I kid you not. Batman probably has whole brainstorming sessions sitting at the back computer, thinking of new ways he can creatively torture these criminals, bro. Cause peep this. In this scene in Arkham Knight, Batman's chasing down his armored APC in the streets of Gotham because he thinks the Arkham Knight is in it, blowing it to smithereens, causing it to do Simone Biles backflips into the side of this building, just to find out he fell for the hezzy, cause it's not the Arkham Knight he was chasing, it was just some random no-name NPC. So Batman grabs this grown man from the wreckage, hoisting him in the air like an NBA Finals trophy. And I don't know who bro was feeling like this day, cause this capital D for dumbass gets the bright idea to taunt Batman like, how does it feel to be chasing the wrong guy, Bats?
Look at this dude.
And you can just tell this pissed off Batman, cause bro put his size 13 steel toe reinforced bat boot straight to this man's sternum yelling, the Arkham Knight, where is he?
Whoa, calm down, Jamal. Don't pull out the 9.
But bro was not budging, so Batman just says, I bet. You don't want to do this the easy way? Say less. And gets to tapping on his wrist to remotely reverse park the Batmobile onto this man's cranium, crushing bro's skull with this 6,000-pound tank while revving the engine to back it up on bro. Pause. And Batman's really pushing that no-kill rule right now, cause one little slip up and that nigga's head is finna be squished like a watermelon. Like, I can only imagine the amount of mental trauma this man is going through right now. Just look at battle, ran through 60 million different pathways of your life, and somehow you ended up in the one timeline where Batman is practicing BDSM torture techniques on you. So like any sane person would in this situation, man starts singing like Mariah, telling Bats all the info he needs. And you would think Batman would let him off easy after that, but nah.
You're done. There's no way out of this one.
You wanna play stupid games? Well, now you got the knee of a 240-pound grown man obliterating your throat and skull, sending you night-night early. Gave bro a guaranteed lifetime dose of CTE and mental trauma in the process. And the crazy thing is, in these situations, you could legit be in full compliance from the second Batman sees you. But regardless, Brucey Boy's gonna make sure he slimes you out like a Drake song. Cause guess what? This man is a sicko. He enjoys this. You can just hear it in his voice. Cause in most of these interrogations, bro already has a quippy one-liner on standby.
Please don't lie to me. I only just got Riddler's last informant's blood off my face.
Oh God, no. I'll tell you everything.
That's what I wanted to hear.
I promise you, there's no worse career path than being a criminal in Gotham. Cause it don't matter if you're a run-of-the-mill thug or some big shot in Batman's rogues gallery. This man would put the beats on you like he's in FL Studio regardless. Dangling you upside down off the edge of skyscrapers, having your spinal cord hitting acute angles, or giving you 2 Tagovailoa levels of brain damage just because he felt like it. And I'm dead ass when I say this. If Batman catches you doing something as minor as loitering, or God forbid littering on the street, trust, he will be beating you within a half a millimeter of your life. Notice how I didn't say an inch, cause that's too gracious. If this ain't the biggest motivation to turn your life around to become a model citizen, then I don't know what is. And at this point, we all know that Batman's notorious for having a no-kill rule. But that's just code for yeah, I won't kill you, but that don't mean I won't Minecraft speed run your ass into bankruptcy from all these medical bills you finna get. Batman's just like a barber. Anywhere his face being handed out, he gon' be there. Alley-oop smacking your bitch ass into the pavement. Oh, and did I mention that Batman is an advocate for equality? Cause he believes in equal rights and lefts, no matter the gender. And it don't matter if Batman's in a 1v1 or a 20v1 like he's in one of those pop the balloon warehouses. Batman's standing on business, just running through groups of dudes like an evil light skin. Like these guys could be common thugs Joker pulled off the streets, militia trained soldiers, or even fucking ninja assassins, bro. It's always
Light work, no reaction.
delivering bone crushing haymakers, seamless joint dislocating counters, 360 roundhouse kicks, literally any form of violence. Batman has mastered it, doing all of this tomfoolery for the funsies while taking on more guys at the same time than Bonnie Blue. Like y'all, just listen to each and every one of these blows and tell me how a regular human being is doing this. Be held at gunpoint and forced to listen to Huncho on a 24-hour loop than deal with this, bro. Not to mention that the suit upgrade in Arkham Knight has this man moving quicker than DJ Khaled on his way to his next meal. Lucius Fox has gotta be performing godlike miracles inside of Wayne Tech R&D, cause there's no way in hell Batman should be able to tap into the Speed Force, legit freezing time, making everything go in slow-mo to beat his ops. And let's not forget the cape now, cause with one little press of the circle button, Batman will have you trapped in the stun lock of doom, beating the brakes off your ass like Ip-Man while your homeboys can't do nothing but watch. Like, come on. Even the Chug ain't bring you back to full HP after some of these beatings, bro. And it's really crazy because the Arkham Batman games are definitely one of my favorite video game franchises of all time. And the free flow combat system is essentially the model that all modern games are using today. But it's funny to look back at Arkham Asylum and go all the way to Arkham Knight just to see how from game to game, Batman kept getting progressively worse and even more unhinged in his methods. A prime example is the environmental takedowns. Like, look at these environmental takedowns from Arkham Knight and tell me how anybody is feasibly surviving this. My point exactly. And up to this point in the vid, I've legit just been talking about Batman running straight hands with you. I ain't even begin to mention the absolutely stacked arsenal of vehicles and gadgets he has at his disposal to walk you down with. Starting with his billion-dollar tank, the Batmobile. Not only is this thing essentially indestructible, except for when the plot needs it to be, but it also has enough destructive power to solo squad wipe an entire army's worth of drones, helicopters, anti-personnel tanks, you name it. And I ain't even finna go in depth into what he has in the Bat Belt. Just know, whatever creates creative tool the plot dictates Batman needs to put straight BTA on you? He has. And my fault, y'all. This video is supposed to be over Batman as a whole, but this deviant from the Arkhamverse is such a menace that he's taking up a ton of the runtime. But anyways, just to prove that Batman be moving like a prime King Von disciple, no matter what universe he in, we gotta talk about the best live-action Batman fight scene today. Snyderverse Batman, Ben Affleck's Batman v Superman warehouse fight. And before we even get into it, I just want to leave y'all with this fact right here. A little bit of food for thought, right? Batman was moving so viciously in this that we legit have licensed doctors doing whole ESPN play-by-play commentary breakdowns of the injuries he was handing out to these boys. So the scene starts off like this. After squabbling with each other and settling their differences, Batman and Superman come to the agreement that in order to stop Lex Luthor, they'll have to work together to deal with two problems at once. Superman is tasked with pulling up on Luthor to stop whatever he has planned with his Kryptonian ship, while Batman has to go save Superman's mom, Martha, from this abandoned warehouse on the outskirts of Gotham, which is heavily guarded by a ton of Luthor's hired mercenaries. So Batman pulls up in the V, hopping out of the whip with malicious intent to floor below these boys, just kicking in the window, knowing he finna get active like P90X. So we cut over to the mercenaries who just got word that the $1 billion Batwing has just entered their airspace, and they're visibly terrified because they know that only means one thing: this demon of mass destruction and bodily reconstruction is on his way. And this version of Batman ain't new. He been in the game for 20 plus years, so he got a crazy rep. All these goons know that when it comes to Batman,
was a serial killer who bragged about killing people, and he professed and confessed to be a demon.
He was dead, bruh. If he wanted you out of there, he'll go do it himself on feet by himself.
And just look at these idiots, bro. They might actually be slower than Rakai. Cause I kid you not, you would legit have to have a sub-zero IQ to have straight switches and drakes pointed at the front door. Cause when has Batman ever used the front door?
Bitch, are you dumb?
Stupid. We are talking about the same walking nightmare who's notorious for sneaking through air vents, floor grates, dangling niggas from gargoyles by their ankles, and clearing out rooms of completely armed guards without even being seen once. But for some reason, these buffoons expected Batman to waltz through the front door on some Darren McCain type of time and talking about some, "Hiya fellas, how's it going?" And like I said earlier, play stupid games, get stupid prizes. So while all these goons have their eyes laser focused on the door like Sidney Sweeney was doing jumping jacks in front of it, Batman burst through the gap like Bijan Robbins, coming through the floor with this Arkham-esque floor grate takedown, throwing mini bombs on each of the grunts' guns to disarm them. Cause he said, "I know you YNs are notorious for switching down your ops, but back in my day, we threw straight hands. Now run me my fade." So while this idiot is shooting at Casper the Ghost, Batman impales his right thigh with the bat claw, stringing him up like a birthday pinata, and gets to work. Dropping down on Dog, dislocates his elbow in a nanosecond and says, "Sir, may I have this dance?" And using the grunt's broken arm to spray down his ops with an AR-15. But wait, Huncho, I thought you said Batman doesn't kill. I did. And well, this one does. So do y'all remember how I said Arkham Batman was moving like a King Von disciple? Well, Snyderverse Batman actually is a King Von disciple. His right-hand man, Satan's greatest soldier. Cut back to the fight, and Batman uses the bat claw to stab this man through the shoulder, and gets on his Mortal Kombat Scorpion type of timing saying, "Get over here, you stupid bitch!" Hit this man with the 200 pump that was so hard, he went flying across the room down into the Diddy dungeon. So backup arrives, and this guy decides that he'd rather blow up his entire squad than run the ones in hand-to-hand combat against Batman. And I'm not gonna hold you, while that might not be the most ethical decision, I get it, bro. But y'all already know, Batman was not finna let that fly. Hit this man with a kick that left him with a twitch, and you would've thought this nigga was streaming. Sending him flying directly in the floor, causing both of these boys to go tumbling, and the grenade to fall back into the room, and damn. Double homicide. And Batman doesn't even look back to confirm his kill, cause he's just giving out belt like karate in this motherfucker. Double weave into a spine-shattering WWE body slam. Have fun never walking again, buddy. And y'all, just look at bro right here's face. This is the look of a man who's questioning every life decision that led him up to this point. Bro does not want smoke, especially considering the fact that Batman's either bulletproof or these boys just have worse aim than stormtroopers. Cause Bozo 1 and 2 here, as soon as they run out of bullets in a clip, instead of, I don't know, reloading, these boys decide to up the UK special on Batman. The Batman.
You are so stupid!
I genuinely don't know how many more times I can reiterate this, bro. It's just natural selection at this point. And these two dummies are so irrelevant, Batman just treats them like some leftovers, saying, I'ma save y'all for later. Blitzes this other dude and proceeds to hit a whole Insomniac Spider-Man finisher on dog. Cracking this man's cranium on his wooden crate, turned this nigga into an acute angle. Grapples that same box. And my lord, Batman, what is your shoulder routine, big bro? Cause there is no way this should be humanly possible. It yeets what I'm estimating to be at the very least a 100-pound box. And pause right here, cause
damn, he really about to rock my shit.
Hey, add another body to the kill count, cause half this man's brain is genuinely splattered on the wall like a Jackson Pollock painting. This dude ends up disarming Batman, so now it's a 1v4 prime Tifu solo squads type of fight. Straight hands. And Brucey Boy is moving with max efficiency. Nothing but perfect parries, Arkham counters, and critical hits. Treating these boys like straight fodder until he makes this dude somersault flip into a whole face plant. And I have no idea what Lex Luthor is offering these guys as payment, but there is nothing on this world, besides maybe like 5 minutes with Ice Spice, that could have got me on this strike team where we had the Mega Me or potential to fight Batman. Check this out. Dreadhead must have thought he was an NFL linebacker or something trying to tackle bats. But nah, dummy, tasting straight concrete. Into the 1/8 ground pound of straight death and despair. Bro, even point blank bullets to the skull weren't enough to stun like Snyder vs. Batman. And the reward for this guy's bravery? An arm pointing in the complete opposite direction. And y'all, I promise I'm not glazing, but like I've been saying all video, Batman is quite literally jump resistant. These two caught him lacking, and now he's laid on the ground like a picnic blanket, defending for dear life. And you would think in a situation like this, the thugs will be at a clear advantage. Perfect parry, perfect parry. Full counter into an elbow straight to the face. And this dude finally managed to catch Batman slipping, delivering a kick to the chest, and old boy stabs him in the shoulder. But I'm here to tell y'all, that little stab to the shoulder was the equivalent to poking the bear. Something you should never, I repeat, never do. Cause this just pissed off Batman, activated his Spartan rage, and got to walking these boys down. Literally. And I'm really starting to feel bad for Brown Jacket, cause he's been on the receiving end of the worst of a lot of these attacks. And that stab turned him into public enemy #1. Batman's looking at bro like he's the one who killed his parents or something. Pinned this man to the wall like a boy band poster, then Uno reversed the stab right into his chest. Like, dog, when have you ever known Batman to shoot somebody, let alone stab one of his ops? On me, I would have been waving the white flag because I surrender. Sub me out the game, coach. So old boy tried saving his homie from Batman's wrath, but instead he just got some dental bills added to the medical bills that were already lined up on his account, then just gets tossed into a Hall of Fame brick wall. And how does that one famous saying go? Hell hath no wrath like a Batman scorns. Cause bro took that one little stab wound from earlier personal. And yo, Batman did this nigga so grimy that the movie didn't even show it on screen. Yeah. Pour one out for my dog. R.I.P. gang. So Batman clears out the rest of the warehouse, explosively saving Superman's mom, while simultaneously adding 20+ bodies to his kill count. And I don't know, if this ain't enough evidence to convince you that Batman is somebody you should fight under no circumstance, then I don't know what is. And the crazy thing is, I didn't even mention Absolute Batman. If y'all want a part 2 or a continuation of the characters you genuinely couldn't pay me to fight series, let me know. And if you made it to the end of the vid, go ahead and type W's in the chat for me. But hey, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like, hit that sub button for me, and turn on post notifications so you don't miss an upload. Follow me on Twitch so you can chop it up with me when I go live, and sub up to the second channel for even more new content. I post on there almost every day, and we on the road to 10K subs, so lock in with me. If you haven't already, join the Discord to stay updated on everything. All links are gonna be down in the description. And as always, I appreciate the support here on the main channel. Like, I couldn't do none of this without y'all, so thank you. So, yeah, I'll see y'all next time. Be smooth.